I'm Rhonda Rowland. Welcome to Each Voice Counts. All right, so first of all, it's great that you're sisters and that you could be here together to share with us how it's been for you to support your mother living with advanced breast cancer.
It's really important for both of us to know that we're doing something that might help somebody else deal with the same situation. It's really been a lifelong journey because our mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 46, and then at 65 she had a mammogram and they found a tumor in her other breast. And so we were going through this again. We had a little bit more experience.
So your mother chose to tell both of you at a large family dinner about her diagnosis of metastatic breast cancer. Margie, what was your reaction when you heard this?
It was scary in its own way because it was metastatic disease, and I just wasn't sure. We didn't have any details. We didn't know how advanced it was. We didn't know who gave her the diagnosis. We didn't know how long she's known the diagnosis, and we had no idea what the treatment plan was. So the questions were just racing through my head.
Can you go back to how you felt when you first heard of her diagnosis?
That's really, really hard to describe because I was fully aware she has some tumors, but I was hoping that they were benign. So until the moment the doctor told us that she has breast cancer, I didn't want to accept the reality that she had cancer. So it was very, very difficult.
The recent Countess Noah's Join Us global survey asked women with advanced breast cancer if they feel isolated from the non-advanced breast cancer community, that is, those who with early stage breast cancer. So as a caregiver, do you feel a part of that overall breast cancer movement?
Well, first, I don't feel that I'm specifically a caregiver. I think in my mind I want to be a caregiver, but I'm more of a supporter. And in terms of my mom, I don't think she would ever wear a pink ribbon.
We will have to deal with this her whole life. So we will have to deal with the side effects of cancer for the rest of our life. People who they're dealing with early stages of cancer, they always know there's going to come the day when they can say they're cancer-free, and the cancer is going to be part of their past. In our case, always going to be part of our present.
I think that you just have to really observe the person and kind of go with the cues that person gives you. I mean, if the person wants to be, coddled and smothered and, cry with you, that's great. And if the person seems a little, standoffish or just let me deal with this myself, you have to respect that as well. And then maybe as time, goes on, you kind of find your way in, to their lives to help them in an angle that's comfortable for them.
Probably the most difficult area is making the difference between my husband role and my caregiver role. That creates a lot of troubles in the relationship. Also, our intimacy has been tremendously affected by the disease because of all the physical changes.
Your mother said, I'm very involved with my treatments. I am my own healthcare advocate. Margie, do you think that's helped her, being that advocate for herself?
Her mantra was, I am not a cancer patient. I will not be labeled a cancer patient. And she also refused to have any type of chemotherapy. So her treatments were radiation. However, when she was diagnosed with the advanced disease, things did change, and she needed to be seen by an oncologist, and she was not that willing to be seen by an oncologist. So Carolyn and I had to step in.
Well, maybe she didn't want to burden you with it.
The fact that she didn't want to be a burden on any of us was more of a burden for me, and I would imagine for you too, because you want to help somebody. You want to help your mother. And when you can't, because she's not letting you, then you're at a loss. And so to communicate your feelings or to hear her feelings, I think would have been very helpful.
Well, I think that's an important point to bring out because, everyone copes so differently with things,
It's about learning a new normal. Okay, accepting your life is not going to be the same, and trying to embrace those changes. Many of those changes are not welcome, but you have no option.
What are the top 3 things that you would suggest another support person or caregiver considers if a loved one is diagnosed with advanced breast cancer?
I think the biggest and most important advice is to look for help and support. Accept the reality you're going to need a support system to deal with this. Also, another advice is get educated, get informed about what advanced breast cancer is, because there are many decisions you have to make as a patient, also as a caregiver.
And read some of the resources out there, but don't read too much. I mean, you want to read stuff that's going to be helpful, not stuff that's going to scare you.
I would say let the patient be the driver. And there could be someone who initially says, no, I don't want anything, but you can check in periodically and you can try to do little things that might make their lives easier or brighten their days and see what their response is. And then whatever you do goes from there.
I do worry when she tells me she has a backache or she's tired, but again, I mean, I can't, I have to continue with my own life and do what I do. And I don't think about it every day either, because when she's having a good day and when she's at work and doing what she loves and she comes home and she's doing, having dinner with my father, that's all good stuff.
I'm very excited because there's a new website called advancedbreastcancercommunity.org, and they've taken the time to think about people like Margie and I, the supporters, and they have devoted a whole section to providing information about what we can do, how we can handle our emotions, and that wasn't there before. So I'm really grateful that that website exists.
Thank you for watching this episode of Each Voice Counts. Please visit advancedbreastcancercommunity.org to learn more about the Count Us, Know Us, Join Us program and to be counted on behalf of this inspiring community.